athletics.com, and today is our first episode of Dawg Talk, which is an episode of covering sports from Asheville High School, different events going on, and we'll probably throw in some college sports here and there. And I'm also joined by my co-host, Jay Stewart, pastor of First Baptist of Asheville. How are you doing, Jay?
I'm doing well, Kevin, and it's just great to be here. I'm looking forward to doing this. Had a chance to talk with Nick and some of the folks putting this together, and just really want to start out by saying thanks to them for all the hard work, and I think it's going to be fun. You know, we get a chance to talk about some basketball, and hopefully the folks out there will enjoy it.
I am too. I'm glad you're here with me too, because I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm just going to do the best I can.
You're doing just great, man.
You know, well, I've always got a face for radio, so tonight I guess we'll just go along with it here.
It'll be good.
We got some great sponsors: Asheville Co-op, J&K Tire, Hollingsworth Graphics, Welch Tractor Company, BD Welch Construction, After Hours Printing, and Crossmark Home Services. And we'll be right back with a word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll have assistant coach Brandon Farmer.
Bulldog fans, are you in need of a tractor or zero-turn mower? Then let me tell you about the folks over at Welch Tractor in Asheville. Welch has been in business for over 70 years, and they have been your local Kubota dealer since 1987. Your number one local dealer for parts, sales, service, and easy financing on all new Kubota products. Welch Tractor Company, 275 6th Avenue, Asheville.
Since 1997, your number one local tire dealer has been Kurt and Lisa Nassif at J&K Tire in Steele, Alabama. Call today to get great deals on Michelin, Mastercraft, and Yokohama tires. Call now at 256-570-0777. Call today.
Hey folks, if you're involved in any type of farming, whether it be livestock, gardening, or field maintenance, you need to know about my friends at Asheville Co-op. Alan Bice and his associates at Asheville Co-op are waiting to serve you. They stock all the many items you need to keep your farm running at peak performance. Asheville Co-op, your one-stop farm supply store, 36440 US 231 North, Asheville. 205-594-7042. 205-594-7042.
And we're back. And joined with us now is assistant coach Brandon Farmer. Coach, how you doing?
Doing good, Kevin. How are you?
All pretty good. Just recovering or going over last night's loss to the Good Hope Raiders, 59-48. And Jay, I think you got some questions you want to ask Coach?
Yeah, well, Coach, you know, first of all, it was a hard-fought game last night. You guys really, you know, put out a lot of effort, but it seemed like we struggled just a little bit with the pressure from a defensive standpoint that Good Hope put on us. Talk a little bit about what they were doing to us. What are some of the things that gave us problems?
Yeah, they start out in a 1-2-2, putting pressure on you, and they try to squeeze you, try to make you force bad passes on them. I thought Coach Cole had a good game plan going into it also on our end, on the defensive end, guarding 2 and 30 and number 4. 2 had 25 points last night, and number 4 had 11 points. We held 30 in check. He only had 2. And, they just try to put ball pressure on you and force you to make mistakes. And that's what we did there towards the end of the game, and it cost us something on the road.
Yeah, well, one of the things that came to my mind, and again, I know coaches don't ever want to make excuses, and I'm not asking you to make any, but we've had some injuries. We came into the season down a couple of ball handlers, and then our starting point guard was out of the game last night, and it kind of shuffled some guys around in their roles on the team. Talk about that a little bit, who had to move and what was going on there.
Yeah, Caesar was out for us tonight, and Dalton had to step in the point guard position, and it took away from a lot of what he does, and that's set up and make big-time threes for us throughout the night. So Chris had to take a big load on his back to have all that on his back tonight. So But yeah, it limited us a lot of what we can do. Good Hope didn't really get to see our good defense that we really set on the floor when they had, we just tried to do what we can do tonight. So
Well, yeah, defensively, our effort was great. We
Oh,
had
yeah.
a lot of intensity. That's been that way all season long. Felt like early on in the game, we came out and we hit some big shots. I know Chris hit a big three, and I think Dalton did as well. But we kind of, I don't know if it was fatigue or just their pressure began to get to us maybe in the second quarter. Talk about that lull we hit there.
a little bit of both, fatigue and ball pressure. And, yeah, really, I thought it was 23-22 midway through the second quarter, and then we started turning the ball over right before halftime. So I thought that was a big momentum shift going in after halftime. Guys came out with a bunch of energy, but like you said, we were limited to what we could do. A lot of fatigue set in, and weren't able to get just short tonight.
Yeah. Just going from memory, it seemed like we had a run where we got it down maybe into single digits for just a minute there, sometime in the third quarter, and then we just let it slip a little bit.
Yeah,
seemed like.
That was it.
Well, obviously this was our first area game. Talk about some of the other teams in the area we got coming up next week. We play Tuesday and Friday. We got Aniana and Fairview coming up. I know Aniana's already played them. Aniana's played Fairview, so talk about that a little bit, what you know about them.
Don't really have much on Aniana. They just finished up with football not too long ago, so they hadn't played a lot of basketball. We've had some film on Fairview. Some of their top guys, number 5, number 23, number 1, some of their top 3 guys. We can play with them too, of what we looked at, and that's what we're going to try to do. Start with Aniana Tuesday night, go in there and try to get the W.
All right, very good. So do you know much in terms of defense, what they do? They play man or are they zone up?
Aniana, in the past, they've played a lot of 2-3 and switched out of that and man. They'll put ball pressure on you too. But we just got to handle our ball pressure. We got to do a better job of handling it, and I think once we get Caesar back, get him healthy again, and that will help us out a lot of handling that ball pressure.
Very good, very good. So as far as next week, we have our games at home and away. This was one of the few games we've had at home earlier in this season. I know we had the Coy Smith tournament, and of course it was here. But we've been on the road a lot. Talk a little bit what it's like to play in front of our fans and how much that might make a difference in the game.
I thought the last 2 times we played Raglan the other night and played Good Hope tonight, and I thought the crowd was great. It was a full house, and so that's what we want each and every night at home, and it gives our kids a chance. Even when they're limited what they can do, we're always in the ball game because of the fans.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break here and let you guys get a look at some of our sponsors.
Located on the square in Asheville, Hollingsworth Graphics specializes in embroidery, engraving, digital printing, vinyl graphics, trophies, medals, plaques, corporate gifts, and holiday items. Also, come by to visit our showroom and see what some of our unique vendors have to offer. Stop by to visit Jackie and Donna Hollingsworth today, or call 205-594-3226. Hollingsworth Graphics, a proud supporter of Asheville athletics.
Hey, Dog Talk fans, stop wasting your valuable time trying to make a better mousetrap. Call on the professionals at Crossmark Home Services for all your pest control needs. Crossmark Home Services will save you time and money and get it right. Call 256-399-7169. That's 256-399-7169. Crossmark Home Services, a proud supporter of your Asheville Bulldogs. Hey folks, If you're involved in any type of farming, whether it be livestock, gardening, or field maintenance, you need to know about my friends at Asheville Co-op. Alan Bice and his associates at Asheville Co-op are waiting to serve you. They stock all the many items you need to keep your farm running at peak performance. Asheville Co-op, your one-stop farm supply store, 36440 US 231 North Asheville, 205-594-7042, 205-594-7042.
And we're back. And right now with us, joining us, is head coach for Asheville High School basketball, Tyler Coe. How are you doing, Coach?
Doing well, man. Thanks for having me.
Before I hand it over to Jay, I got to say I had a chance to watch last night's game, and it's been quite a while since I've seen a student section so fired up like they were. And I got to say I love the kid. I don't know who he was. He was holding up a little face mask of you, and you're doing the little frown moment. That's pretty cool.
I tell you what, man, our students are great. We've got the best kids in the state of Alabama at Asheville High School, no doubt about it, from all the way across the board, sports to sport, and they just continue to support each other. Most of those are other athletes.
They were into it, and I was sitting up in upper bleachers, and there was one more when I needed to step down to go to the restroom, and I was afraid to cross. I had to cross them to get out to the gym, into the lobby there, and I was kind of afraid they might just throw me around. But I waited. But they were into it, so
they were, and and that's a testament to how hard our guys play, also, because the energy that our guys play with is it's so contagious that it spreads into that student section, it spreads into the entire bleachers. And if you're out there and you haven't been to an Asheville boys basketball game, or girls at that, I mean, the second quarter night, wow! If you haven't been to an Asheville basketball game this year, you've got to come see it.
And I'll admit it's been several years due to my work schedule and other things going on. Not having kids, I don't have a chance to attend some basketball games. But I made it a point this year to come to some games, and I've been to 2 of them so far. And I got to say I'm impressed with the way they played, the hustle and effort, and the student section, the whole atmosphere. And we've got music playing before the game. I thought I was at a college game for a second. So, but Jay, is there anything you'd like to ask?
Well,
Coach?
no, I was just sitting here thinking about that, and it's a little bit off script of what we as far as last night's game and upcoming. But talk a little bit about your philosophy with that, Coach. I mean, because I think it's pretty evident to anybody that comes to a game that you're an intense coach. Now off the court, laid back, cool, cut up, have a good time. But when the whistle blows, you're ready to get after it. And the guys play extremely hard. That's something I have really enjoyed. I was never a really good basketball player, but I was always told, hustle's free, and anybody can hustle no matter how good or bad you are. And it just seems like those guys are. I mean, they're diving for balls and helping each other up, and just like you said, it is contagious. So just talk a little bit about that from a philosophy standpoint for the program.
Yeah, well, again, these guys are so selfless. There's 100 other coaches that would love to be in my shoes, regardless of win-loss record. They would love to be in the situation I'm in, where I can sit here and say every one of my guys gives 100%. To the point to where last night, AJ even almost passed out after the game because he gave every ounce of energy and effort he had into that game. And, you call it intense, I call it passionate.
Yeah.
And, passion is just like that energy and that enthusiasm. It's contagious, and it spreads. And the guys we have are just as much passion and just as enthusiastic about it. And they've just never had it directed towards anything. So that's what we're doing, is we're trying to direct that passion and that enthusiasm and into doing the right things on the court, and it spreads.
Yeah, well, you brought it up. AJ, as much as anybody I've seen left it on the floor last night. I know that he played really hard, and all the guys did. And I think that's something that will always take a team further, than what they might be able to go based on whatever talent they may have. And we got a lot of talented guys too, so we're getting that put together. We talked with Coach Farmer a little bit about some of the things that maybe didn't go quite right. Talk about a little bit last night about what you saw taking positive away from the game. I know it was a loss, but there's always positive. So what do you take away from that?
Well, going into it, first off, we held them to 59 points. They've had multiple 80-point games this year.
Wow.
Wow. So I don't know their exact average, but I do know there's been multiple 80-point games this year. So holding them under 60 was great. especially with, playing with 7 guys. It's hard to play defense, and it's really hard when you're not getting a lot of breaks. So they really bought in, and that goes back to that energy and that passion and that enthusiasm. The ball didn't go in very well. Name of the game was we got them to miss shots, but they had 19 offensive rebounds, which led to 19 second chance points as well. If we clean that up, everything else we did leading up to the first shot was great. We did everything. What we're working on learning now is, I tell them all the time, first effort is great, but second effort is what wins. So after, the great contest on the first shot, we've got to get the box out and finish the possession with a defensive rebound.
That's good. How do you think, in terms of us being a little bit shorthanded, how do you think that played into the missed shots? Do you think our legs were maybe not under us just from a standpoint of a little bit of fatigue? Or I know, again, we don't want to make excuses for missing shots, but do you think that may have possibly played into it?
That could definitely be a part of it. We haven't gotten our stats back yet from the game completely, so I don't know what our numbers as far as percentages were. But what I do know is we turned the basketball over 27 times. So there was 27 times that we didn't get a shot that they got an extra possession, and it ended up being, an 11-point game. With 19 offensive rebounds and 27 turnovers, you shouldn't even be in a game.
That's true. Well, I know I think I saw where 18 of those turnovers were in the first half, so we cut that number in half if we had 27, so we made some improvement in the second half, but obviously a little too late.
We did, and that second quarter is really what hit us, and we dug a bit of a hole, and it was too much of a hole for us to climb back out of. We did cut back into it in the second half and tried to claw out of that hole, but it was a little too deep at that time.
Yeah, I think we got it down to single digits at one point, and then it kind of got back up. We just kind of kept hovering around that, 10-point margin. So, but man, I tell you, I love the effort. It's something that the guys have obviously built on, and it was a great effort last night. We just came up a little short.
We'll be right back with another word from our sponsors.
Are you in need of a tractor or zero-turn mower? Then let me tell you about the folks over at Fouts Tractor in Asheville. Fouts has been in business for over 70 years, and they have been your local Kubota dealer since 1987. Your number one local dealer for parts, sales, service, and easy financing on all new Kubota products. Fouts Tractor Company, 275 6th Avenue, Asheville.
Since 1997, your number one local tire dealer has been Kurt and Lisa Nassif at J&K Tire in Steele, Alabama. Call today to get great deals on Michelin, Mastercraft, and Yokohama tires. Call now at 256-570-0777. Call today.
Hey folks, if you're involved in any type of farming, whether it be livestock, gardening, or field maintenance, you need to know about my friends at Asheville Co-op. Alan Bice and his associates at Asheville Co-op are waiting to serve you. They stock all the many items you need to keep your farm running at peak performance. Asheville Co-op, your one-stop farm supply store, 36440 US 231 North, Asheville. 205-594-7042. 205-594-7042.
And we're back, and welcome to Coach Cole and Jay Stewart, Kevin Moore with AshevilleAthletics.com. And I'd be remiss, Jay, if we had a little special moment last night with our girls. They beat Good Hope last night.
Yeah, they had a victory last night. Obviously, one of the things we're going to do on this format is have different coaches in at different times. We're going to have some wrestling in here, some the girls basketball. Coach Cole's here, so I know you were there to watch the game. Tell us what you your takeaway was from the girls' victory. They won 46-40 over Good Hope, so it was a pretty exciting victory. From the stands perspective, what did you see?
Absolutely, man. How about that second quarter? The run the girls made right there before half. I think they stretched it to maybe, 7?
Yeah, 7 or 9.
7 or 9 right there going into half when it was a 2-point game. They just locked in. I think Carly hit 2 big threes, a couple stops. Man, their place was rocking. Even Good Hope's coach was like, man, this has a region-type feel to it. So, the whole place was great. And, the girls are no different than the boys. Like, they're just giving it all. They play so hard.
Yeah, that's what's been really, really cool to see is the style of play has really kind of commingled, I guess would maybe be the right way to say it. Both teams are playing with that same type of intensity. I know that the girls see the boys practice and see what they're doing, and then they're working them hard. Coach Beason, Coach Wade, Coach Madison are working them hard and putting a lot of pressure on the ball. I feel like Good Hope was a little bit in the same position we were in terms of the boys on their girls' side because they only had, I think, 7. Of course, we actually only had 8 tonight.
You're
so
right.
Maybe we're just in a little better shape than they were. But talk to us a little bit about the defensive pressure that you saw tonight from our girls.
Man, I tell you what, they're all over the place. They're all over the ball. It's like Good Hope couldn't get a breath off. I tell our guys all the time, every night is a 40-point challenge. If we can hold a team to 40 points, we should win. And that's exactly what the girls did tonight, and, they win by 9.
Yep.
Might not have been their best offensive output, but if you hold a team to 40 points, you're going to be in each and every game.
Yeah, well, one thing that I was talking with Coach Crump after the ball game, and we got to talking a little bit about it. I did not realize this, but he was telling us when we were counting up the seasons, that is the girls' first area win since the 2014-2015 season. So
Wow.
It's been a little while. So that was a big night. Coach, what do you do when you're taking the air out of the ball, so to speak? I think they were up by about 12 at one point, and Good Hope began to kind of chip away. How do you keep from letting the lead kind of slip just a little bit? Even though they didn't let it slip, it started getting a little bit tight there towards the end. Made me nervous. I know that.
I tell you what, if I knew the exact question to that, the exact answer to that question, I'd bottle it up and sell it.
That's true.
But you try to tell your girls or your guys, play through it and play to win. Don't play not to lose. The moment you start freezing and second guessing things, they're going to start jumping passing lanes and get into it. So you play to win.
Yep.
And not scared to lose.
Looking back on it, had a little time to think about it and digest it. I think, we struggled a little bit at the free throw line towards the end. We're normally a pretty decent free throw shooting team. And of course, obviously, them being a region team, we're going to see them again. But congratulations to all the girls and Coach Beason and Coach Madison, Coach Wade. We're really excited about that. And definitely like what was said earlier about the fans and everything. That was awesome last night.
Absolutely. You don't see a lot of girls' basketball games with an environment like that, so it's great.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take one more break and wrap it up when we come back.
Hey Bulldog fans, are you in need of a tractor or zero-turn mower? Then let me tell you about the folks over at Felt's Tractor in Asheville. Felt's has been in business for over 70 years, and they have been your local Kubota dealer since 1987. Your #1 local dealer for parts, sales, service, and easy financing on all new Kubota products. Felt's Tractor Company, 275 6th Avenue, Asheville.
Since 1997, your #1 local tire dealer has been Kurt and Lisa Nassif at J&K Tire in Steele, Alabama. Call today to get great deals on Michelin, Mastercraft, and Yokohama tires. Call now at 256-570-0777. Call today.
Hey folks, if you're involved in any type of farming, whether it be livestock, gardening, or field maintenance, you need to know about my friends at Asheville Co-op. Alan Bice and his associates at Asheville Co-op are waiting to serve you. They stock all the many items you need to keep your farm running at peak performance. Asheville Co-op, your one-stop farm supply store, 36440 US 231 North, Asheville. 205-594-7042. 205-594-7042.
Located on the square in Asheville, Hollingsworth Graphics specializes in embroidery, engraving, digital printing, vinyl graphics, trophies, medals, plaques, corporate gifts, and holiday items. Also, come by to visit our showroom and see what some of our unique vendors have to offer. Stop by to visit Jackie and Donna Hollingsworth today, or call 205-594-3226. Hollingsworth Graphics, a proud supporter of Asheville athletics.
Hey, Dog Talk fans, stop wasting your valuable time trying to make a better mousetrap. Call on the professionals at Crossmark Home Services for all your pest control needs. Crossmark Home Services will save you time and money and get it right. Call 256-399-7169. That's 256-399-7169. Crossmark Home Services, a proud supporter of your Asheville Bulldogs.
And we're back, and we're along here with Coach Cole. We've got our Hollingsworth Graphic Player of the Week, and Coach, I'm gonna let you tell us who that was or is.
All right. Well, this was a big week for us. We actually had 3 games with West End, Raglan, and Good Hope finishing up. So the player this week that's going to get this award is going to be Chris Sanders. He really stepped up this week, and I demand a lot of him, and he really answered this week. He had games of 19, 20, and 23. So great week for him. I'm super proud of him.
Awesome. We're getting down to the last few minutes of this segment, and we're just going to kind of talk about a few things here. And since we're still kind of in the football season mode, what do you guys think about? I guess the Heisman Trophy is going to be given tonight, and who do you guys think?
Coach, I'll let you go
be
first.
honest. I know you're not Alabama fans, but just be honest.
Yeah, full disclosure.
Yeah, just get that out there, huh?
Right.
Well, as a coach, I think it's got to go to Tua. I believe, he's done anybody that can give the numbers he's got and only playing 3 quarters a game. I don't see how you can give it to anybody else. I know he's not necessarily the favorite right now, but
yeah,
a coach, I'll take
it's
that.
weird how that stuff changes, so quickly. Tua played an amazing season, dominated really every game, and to the point that he probably only threw a few passes in the whole second half of the whole season. Kyler Murray is a great player. And he had a great season. I think he had a pretty bad game against Army, and it's unfortunate that Tua kind of struggled just a little bit for his standards, against Georgia. So, if the talk that you hear is right, it's not going to be Tua, although I really think he deserves to win the award. I mean, he's an amazing quarterback. I wish he'd just go on and go pro right now.
I know. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of torn because it wouldn't surprise me if Kyler Murray won it. It wouldn't surprise me if Tua won it. But I will find this. I was talking with a friend about it this morning, and it's interesting. If Tua wins it, I think it's because possibly they don't want to give it to a player from the same school 2 years in a row because last year Baker Mayfield won it from Oklahoma, and then you got from Oklahoma this year.
Right.
Still don't understand why the guy from Iowa State's in it. I mean, he's got a 29-point loss on his record, but he broke a lot of records in the Big Ten.
Yeah, Haskins had a great season, no doubt. I would question the Oklahoma schedule in terms of the teams that they played. Their defense is 111th, I think, in the country, and they're playing teams that play that kind of defense. Tua's playing guys that teams that have much better defenses for the most part, I would say. So.
And speaking of Oklahoma, we'll kind of lead in here to the college football playoff. We got 2 games. We got Alabama and Oklahoma, and then Clemson and Notre Dame. And I'm one of those rare fans. I've always liked I've always liked Notre Dame. Something about them I've always liked, and I kind of like to see an Alabama Notre Dame
What's wrong with
matchup.
you, man?
I know. I guess I got dropped on my head when I was little.
I'm sure that was.
But if I was Coach Saban, I would just if once the game started, if we could run the ball against Oklahoma, I wouldn't throw a pass the whole game. I mean, regardless of what Tua could do or not, just to keep that offense on the sideline.
Yeah, that's a possibility there. Coach, what are you thinking about it?
I think wish I had the problem of having two of the best players in the country, and which one am I going to pick to play?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got two national championship winning quarterbacks there on your bench. You know, I actually think, to me, Clemson got a good draw, really, because they've got the helmet. I mean, they're playing against Notre Dame. That's, everybody gets fired up for Notre Dame. But I really think of the four teams in the playoff, Notre Dame is probably the least team in terms of what they, present. I don't think it'll be even that close. Unfortunately for Alabama, Oklahoma's going to be able to, move the ball on them. And, I know Saban's talking about how good they are, and our coaches always do that, but they really are a high-powered offense. So I think it's going to be a little bit different, though, when they play Alabama.
Me personally, I would like to see Notre Dame upset Clemson because I'm not sure if I want to see Alabama-Clemson 4. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of the Dog Talk. I'd like to thank our sponsors once again, Asheville Co-op, J&K Tire, Hollingsworth Graphics, Fouts Tractor, BD Welch Construction, After Hours Printing, and Crossmark Home Services. And folks, that'll do it for this episode, and we'll see you next time.
Go Dogs.